Why is it important to always be in a mindset, a mind frame of level up, and that the possibility, thinking always of the possibility that something else is possible?
I think that's a great question, Mr. Edwards. I think that the mindset came from knowing that there is always more to aspire to. And I feel like everything in the world grows. I mean, when you look at the hair, the roots grow, the grass grows, the days get longer and shorter as time changes. It would be selfish of you as an individual with infinite potential, with infinite abilities, to stay stagnant for a while. So, I mean, just over my years, I've always been trained to look at how you can go to the next level, if not for yourself, because I could have just followed the mill education of graduate, get a degree, and get a job. But how would that help my parents? How would that help my two sisters? It wouldn't. And so just staying in the mindset of always moving forward, that's been huge for me.
Definitely. Other person's success can make you uncomfortable. But that happens when you're uncomfortable with where you are. Talk to us about that.
I think that's a very true statement. It's a lot of it is me personally, over the past really this year, my environment has been shifted completely. Leaving school, finding a mentor. I mean, it's funny because I was talking to my mentor earlier a couple months ago, and we started a new business this year. His name was Ryan. I was like, yo, Ryan, I'm so excited. We started a new agency. We hit 9K this month. This month we're projected to hit 25K, and we're projected to do 7 figures in 2020. And he was like, all right, now what? I was like, what do you mean? This is big. We just started this company and now we're achieving such growth. And he was like, listen, you see the numbers that we make. You see the people around you. You see how much they're able to give to world organizations. If you were to stay there, that's selfish of you. So use our success for your benefit. And I think a lot of it comes from changing your mindset. A lot of people are threatened by when you're able to be amongst high performers, but you have to find a way to use that as leverage, use that as fuel. And so, that's really just a part of having that mind shift moment that you talk about a lot.
Definitely, and mind shift is important. And the reason we talk about mind shift is, when you become comfortable with where you are, it's easier to accept other person's success.
Right.
Because the moment you feel that sense of jealousy, which is in the first instance natural,
right,
but unnatural if you continue to nurture it. When you're at a place where you feel that tinge, you know that the universe is screaming out to you, you need to change, you need to grow, you need to become more. A question I have for you, how important it is to be absolutely honest with self as to exactly where you are at this moment in time?
I think it's one of the most crucial steps of the process because the reason you are where you are in your life is because you're under somebody, someone has led you there. Whether it's been yourself, whether it's been your mentors. And if you ever want to have a realistic chance at changing anything, you have to understand where you start. If you try to run a race and time is a huge factor, you want to break, 50 seconds in the 400 meters. If you lie to yourself and tell yourself you only have 100 meters to go, you're already starting on a slippery slope. And so you have to start being fully honest, fully complete with where you are to be able to take advantage of where you could potentially go.
Definitely, that's so important. I'm going to ask you 3 questions in one. Where am I going? Where do I want to go? Where should I be?
That's a loaded question.
3 questions in one.
Are these questions for me?
Those questions are for you. Why is it important for persons to contemplate those 3 questions? Where am I going? Where do I want to go? Where should I be?
Where should I be is a realistic question of gathering everything I've talked about with your potential, understanding what has led you there. I believe that every human in this room has 2 places that they are. Your rightful place, which is the place that you are right now, where your thoughts have brought you, and your true place, the place where your thoughts can take you, the place where God has ordained you to be. And so I think just when you combine those 3 elements, those all tackle each point in the journey. At each point where you're at the beginning, the middle, and the end, they help you keep a central focus point of your sense of direction. And I think that those are crucial.
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Malachi Munroe, a young man who I think the world is waiting to hear more of. And we are so privileged and humbled to have him here. And though he is a young man, I think he has a lot of lessons to teach us. The fact of the matter is that every single one of us in this moment, as we think about success beyond self, need to contemplate and grapple with the idea of where am I going? Because if where you're going is not the place you want to be, then you need to actually accept the next question, where do I want to go? And the reconciliation must take place there. And then you must ask yourself the question, as Malachi indicated, where should I be? And where you should be is the place where your full God-given potential has the ability to take you. Malachi Munroe.
Thank you so much.